Hey photographers, are you ready to get out there and capture some amazing shots? Well, whether you're working with animals, landscapes, or portraits, every moment with your camera is a chance to improve and grow. So today I'm going to cover practical tips to help you shoot confidently in different conditions. Let's dive right in. Let's start with animals. Shooting animals can be one of the most exciting but very challenging parts of photography. Domestic pets are often easier to photograph since they're used to people. On the other hand, capturing wild animals takes patience and staying calm. Keeping a low profile is key. So you want to avoid sudden movements, loud noises that could scare them off. And always put the animal's welfare first. Don't disturb nests or dens and try to stay out of their way, especially during breeding season. That's a no-no. If you're photographing pets, spend time playing with them beforehand if they're domesticated, okay? This builds trust and makes for more natural looking shots. Weather conditions. So let's talk about weather conditions. Weather can change everything about a photo shoot, sometimes in very unexpected ways. Heat can warp the sensitive components of your camera. So when you're not using it, you want to put your camera in the shade if you can. Cold weather, especially below freezing, really drains batteries fast. So you want to bring out extra batteries in a cold environment so you can swap them out as needed. And in humid conditions, the moisture can really fog up lenses. Also, when you're moving from hot and cold environments, your lenses can get fogged up. So if you're in that scenario, you want to bring something to wipe down your lens, and you want to be careful about what you're using. Probably want something like a microfiber cloth, and try to store your camera in a warm, ventilated place between shoots, okay? Now, rainy days may seem like a hassle, but with a waterproof cover, they can create beautiful, dramatic images. So that's some things to consider. Let's talk about landscapes. Capturing landscapes requires a bit of preparation. So a lot of times what I like to do is check the weather forecast before I head out. And I also like to pack some food, some water, anything extra, especially gear that I think I'm gonna need because I'm gonna plan to be out most of the day to try to make the most of that time, okay? Now, it's tempting to just rush out to the perfect spot, but you wanna take your time. Staying safe is always more important than getting the shot, okay? I've heard all kinds of crazy stories because someone didn't prepare, they didn't tell someone else. You wanna tell someone else where you're going to. If you're looking at private land, you want to definitely ask permission before you start taking pictures with your photo shoot. And finally, you want to take only photos and leave no trace, meaning you want to be really responsible when you're going out and taking photographs in different areas. You want to think of, the environment, just take care of it. Photography, you want to basically just treat everything with care. Sometimes some people are only interested in taking the photo and they just trash the place. You don't want to do that, okay? Let's talk about photographing people, okay? Just real quick thought about it, okay? Portrait photography is a lot about connecting with people or the people being connected to something else, okay? For it to look natural. And when you're working with people, especially strangers, let's say you like doing street photography, or just, some place where you're going to meet someone you don't know, you want to start with a conversation, break the ice. If some creepy photographers that start shooting them, unless it's more like a kind of candid, that's different, okay? So a simple please or thank you goes a long way. I notice for myself when I'm photographing strangers, particularly like people in different cultures, where you're different culture than them. You always want to kind of just start with something polite. And when you can, get permission, especially with children. That's the big one. Whenever there's children, you want to get the parents or guardians' permission, okay? Otherwise, that becomes real creepy, okay? So at least that's how I see it. Avoid photographing people in ways that, is culturally insensitive, and show them their pictures afterward to make it more collaborative experience, get their info so you can send them the photo. And then they're gonna promote you. If you get a cool picture that they like, they're going to talk about you. And if it's on social media, your website, you have a portfolio somewhere online, they're going to tell other people about you because they had a really cool experience with you, okay? So happy subjects always make for the best portraits. So here's some of my final thoughts. Photography is about staying curious, creative, and no matter the conditions, you want to shoot more than you think you're going to need. Now, I've also been in the place where I've shot way too many. So sometimes take, mindset, okay, I'm gonna have to edit, I'm gonna cull through these. So I definitely don't wanna go crazy, but I always shoot a little extra, okay? Because, if some shots aren't perfect, editing is part of the process. It's a lot of fun to edit them. And whether you're working with people, animals, landscapes, different, temperatures, cultures, every shot is a learning opportunity. So grab your camera, head out, and keep experimenting. You got this.